freezing. So yeah, I have some friends in Canada. They say it's 0 degrees. I'm like, no, it's 32. Come on now. Let's be consistent in what we're talking about here.
Oh, you talking about how cold it is, Chuck?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got people coming out of Ohio, and apparently it's 0 degrees right now with the wind chill in Ohio.
You know what gets you sometimes when it's sort of warm and all of a sudden it gets, it drops a little bit of temperature. You usually feel it because you notice it because it changed from a static to, a cold level, regardless of what temperature is doing. Sometimes that happens. But, hey, Chuck, I want to talk to you about a couple things. I noticed that today I put out something, Jonathan posted it, but did anybody attend Sunday night? Who attended Sunday night when I laid out my 10 tickers? Did you notice that I think he identified two. Tesla was one, right? Tesla was one, and the other one was QQQ. Did y'all notice that? I told people I was telling people above 25.55 in a couple live sessions on Monday, and then my ticker had a pop at 27.11, so it was just up and away. It was sort of good. And
Yeah,
Tesla,
I'll tell you, Tom, we were watching that 525 for the QQQ, and that was almost magic the way the market reacted to it.
yeah, and I remember having that discussion. Somebody said, "Look, I'm going out of town, and I need one number to keep up with. I'd like to make one trade this week." And I said, "Well, here's the number, 25.55. You know, let's go north." And boy, did it. It went to what was the high today, Chuck? 30 and a half, something like that. Yeah, 30 and a half. But
Yeah,
what's really interesting to me, the market recovered uh, to the weekly open. Remember, weekly open, we started coming down. I think we went down to 60, what was it, about 60-40 area? Okay. Okay. Anyway, just
yeah, 60 39 half to be exact. That's pretty damn close, Tom.
yep, yep. I watch these numbers, you know that, Chuck, from working with me about how I watch the numbers and what they, look for the story they tell. Um, I thought it was interesting that the market is really it took about maybe a day for the buying to step back in. I don't know. It was just very interesting to watch how that buying started, how it didn't stop. Money just started pouring in.
I
So
think the
that's
market
what.
really liked what it saw out of CPI. I'm a little bit afraid though because I think when you look at the projections for PPI, it's telling a different story. So I'm not sure how tomorrow morning is going to act. I think there may be some numbers we have to pay attention to for that one.
Yeah, Chuck, I would I guess since the election on November the 5th, I'm sort of discounting all the news coming out because it's like if you ever been to Las Vegas and all of a sudden they bring a new dealer into your table, the strategy has to change sometimes, and I think I think most things that happen between now and January the 20th will be sort of like that was old news or last year's news or whatever. I think that I think we got to see how everything shakes out, and there will be some rough spots. But I would be more of the camp a buy on the rumor, sell on the news, and so the date of January 20th becomes really important because that's the date everything starts. What I would call calculate. Another note, if everybody noticed, I've been following Bitcoin pretty closely. Bitcoin, went down real hard for about a day and a half. Chuck, I don't know if you followed it or not, but then all of a sudden it snapped back. And today it was pushing higher. And if it takes out, you can write this down, 100,500, I think we're off, not 100,005, 105,000 and higher. I think it's off to the races again. So it's just some pretty, pretty interesting things. And then, of course, Tesla's is a success story of the week. And the strategy of how they sort of lassoed their competition is pretty interesting. Just look at that. Timothy said he took a lot of profits from the SPY today. Tesla, you had a great day. Kevin had a great day. I love hearing those stories, but I will tell you, we get past tomorrow, it's going to be I think a pretty good trading 48 hours or 50 hours. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to. But I want to tell this story before I get started and we'll go. But over the summer and over the last few small classes, I've been surveying people and saying, what if I could put together something that people could have income on a consistent basis? And I've been talking to people, and then I did a little beta run of it, and everybody was loving it and all that. How many people, and I always like to use my banker analysis, you take your money to the bank and you take your money to the bank and you say, hey, I'll be back tomorrow. How much will you give me? And they usually just laugh at you, right? Well, I did it in the market, and I'm going to talk about that tonight. Carol just says, you sure did. She said, when you said you were going to focus on that, she got happy because she said a lot of people are trying to fill that gap of taking their money and grind out income. And so it's a grind that I've come up with that I think I love. It's write down a lot of training that went into it. And I think that we're going to talk about it tonight. Hope everybody gets on board. We talked about it this afternoon, and now we're going to talk about it tonight. And hopefully, when I finish, I got everybody on board because we're about to the income train is going to start running. Okay, how does that sound to everybody? All you got to do is just think about going to that bank. Say, hey, will you hold my money for a day? Hey, Chuck, before I get started, has anybody figured out on this Zoom how the chat room, uh, like when people post comments, do you always have to hit that button and see what they say? Has anybody figured out where it's automatic? I thought I'd ask it.
The scrolling down thing, I haven't figured that out yet. Uh, I would imagine Jonathan and Adam have been working on it too. I think it's just you have to be active on the window. So like whenever you're working on like slides and stuff, you're projecting slides, that you just have
Let's
to go
just try it
back.
out real quick. Everybody type the word yes in here, and let's just get everybody to respond. I'm gonna see if it clears up. Now, see what it's doing? It's accumulating. See that?
Yep.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. That's because
I will make that a mission here.
yeah, make that a
Um,
mission, Chuck.
hey, Tom, try and pop it out and then do that again.
Do what now?
Okay, so on the chat, you have the ability to pop it out. Uh, I don't know how I put it back in.
Tom's is already popped out.
I don't know. Am I popped out?
Yeah, it's a separate window is what he means.
Oh, a separate window. Okay. Well,
Well,
let's get into it because we're here to not have to go see the banker. That's our goal tonight, not see the banker. Let's get started. Let's go through it. All right, folks. Join my very popular dtitrader.com/Telegram channel. I put information out in there, and you got to be a member of it. All the messages that we're doing and keeping up with us are posted in there. Or you can go to dtitrader.com/YouTube. I'm going to try to get some time to make a video that I put together on Bitcoin, talking about Bitcoin, a little history of Bitcoin, sort of get everybody oriented on Bitcoin. I think you need to learn about it. It's a pretty powerful, I guess, item right now, and I want people to learn as much as possible. All right, risk involved in trading. We always talk about risk involved in trading, and we know that past performance is not indicative of future results, but you got to do your due diligence. We know that also. In my opinion, the market, I think, had a turn today. If we get back above, write this number down, 60.95, 60.95, I think we're going to be able to dance on a pin tomorrow, okay? It ought to be a good day. 60.95 basis S&P. Here's the numbers for, I guess, the year. We started at 48.18. We're currently 60.86, up 26%. NASDAQ's been a star performer and now leading. Remember how for about a month it was trailing the E-mini? The NASDAQ is relatively getting stronger, and that's good to see this time of year. Okay, the Dow's up 16%, always trails the big two. The DAX is up 20. It's making Europe's getting into the game. Gold solidly up 32%. Crude is down 1.90%. Bonds are down 5%. The next big subject will be, what is the Fed going to do? Will they, cut another quarter of a point? Right now, the odds say they will. 10 tickers. Here they are, folks. Here they are. Coinbase is below the number. Tesla, 397. Let me remind you, Tesla tonight is at 429. Never miss one of my 10 tickers on Sunday night. Bitto, 2711. Joby, 911. Palantir has been correcting and up and down, drive a man crazy, but it's held its monthly open, and the pullback today was a key reversal off that low. Watch it tomorrow, see if we get some buying in there. Apple, who would think I'd be talking about Apple? It's at 246.38, was up at 248. IWM, this is the number for IWM, just like for the QQQ, 242.55. The QQQ, 527.11. QQQ closed tonight at 529. And the SPY, 610. Write that number down for the SPY, 610. Make sure you got that number written down. It should come in play tomorrow. It's at 606. Okay? 606. All right, hold your questions to the very end. I want to get into a serious topic here, just like we talked about. And that topic is the profits performance shown are not typical, but we're looking for an edge. We make no future earnings claims, and of course, you may lose money. The majority of trades expressed are from historical back-tested data, unless otherwise stated, in order to demonstrate the potential of what we're talking about. Between May 2nd, 2024 and November 19th, I developed and have back-tested per trade return, a 5% per trade overnight, an 81.5% in rate, win rate, which I love, okay? Average winner about 28%. Every trade targets roughly 702 in income. I say this is one of those. If you put up 2,500, and I get this question a lot, will you lose the whole 2,500? No, our desire is to keep loss contained with less than 30% when it goes against us. But every example is based on the same starting investment unless otherwise stated. However, you do not need much to get started. You start this as small as less than $100 a contract. Now, I can never guarantee any specific future results. There's always a high degree of risk involved in trading. See our terms and detail homepage for more information. But let's be as close as we can. There's going to be some losers. There's no black box miracle system that prints out winning trades automatically. The whole purpose of our research is work with traders to help give them an edge. It's what traders look for, an edge in the market. That's what you get here. Now, if you can't handle a losing trade, you really shouldn't be trading with real money. Again, losses in trading have occurred and will occur in the future. Today, I want to walk you through a new type of trade that anyone can take from their standard brokerage account. So you don't have to go out and change anything. All you have to do is take the trade at a certain time each day and get out of it the next day. Simple, straightforward, but you're using what I call the art of options. The art of options. It's not by trading next, not by trading next millionaire making penny stock. It's not from chasing smoke and mirrors on the next hot AI stock. Nope, none of that. Instead, as long as you set up a certain type trade before the markets close, got to do it before the close, you have a shot of making a couple hundred points or more overnight. Remember, our average on the 2,500 starting state is $700. Most people are sleeping at night. We're taking advantage of that with the knowledge that we've attained over the years. Just like anyone could have done over and over again. Look at this, look at these returns, look at this average, how consistent it is over and over again. I got a lot of people here that took these trades, and I know you did because I've been getting a lot of positive feedback. When can we formalize it? Well, we formalized it today, and tonight we call it the Moonlight Trading Club. That's not even the best part. Most methods, you don't need to predict anything to target these overnight opportunities. You don't have to predict what the market's going to do. You're playing the mechanics of option trading. In fact, and as you'll see, the stock can end up finishing the day higher, flat, and sometimes even lower. You're interested in the premium, and you still have an opportunity to profit. As long as your trade is set up before the markets close, you're good to go. Like on May 20th, anyone had placed a quick trade before the closing bell, could have headed out to dinner, maybe a movie for the night. By the way, this question came up in the day afternoon. If you're looking to roam out there, not in front of the screen, this is your program. And when the things worked out, check back in to find an extra $833 in your account overnight. On the next day, on May 21st, as long as someone followed my setup, hey, packed up for a day, went out, played a little golf, headed to the Swing Suites with some friends. $789 overnight. That's right, $789 while the markets were flat. Then the next day, on May the 22nd, another opportunity fired that would have taken a few clicks to jump in. And as long as someone had the position set up the way I do it, they could have spent the rest of the evening doing whatever they wanted to do. Whenever they checked back in the next day, a fresh 625 would have been waiting for them. And we have the opportunity to do this over and over again. In fact, this sets up on most days. And we have an opportunity to do this over and over again. Like the next opportunity on May 24th, set up that quick trade before the closing bell, walk away, $664 overnight. Even while the stock market fell, plays it both ways. Now, before we get too far along, I'll be very clear with you. Not every trade's going to work out. There's bound to be winners and losers. You got to play the percentage. In fact, I set up this program to make sure you had a chance to be disciplined and consistent. You'll love it. There's no magic instant income button. Luckily, this new method has shown the power to pay out with an 81% accuracy. So pull out your calculator and multiply it. That would have been like waking up 4 out of 5 days with a nice payday. Anyone following along during the week in May could have gone 4 for 4 on the overnight trades. There they are. Notice the average, over $700. Anybody need an extra $2,912 in cash? Now today, opportunity just isn't some passing fad that will work one day and be gone the next. In fact, the driving force behind it dates all the way back to 1993. This is how I learned it. This is what put me on the trail of how to make these type trades. But it wasn't until recently that folks like you and me could actually take advantage of it. Not until the CBOE launched a new way to take advantage of nighttime moves in the option market. That's why today I'll give you the exact blueprint of how to start tapping into these overnight opportunities day after day. Plus, invite you to take the next one with me as soon as today. We took one today, we'll do one tomorrow before the closing bell. Target an extra couple $100 or more by tomorrow. And I worked incredibly hard to optimize this method to help stack the probability in our favor so that over 80% of the time when opportunity fires off, of course, nothing's guaranteed, but having it set up correctly at the right time, I expect to be on the right side. Winning 4 out of 5 nights, each one targeting around $700 by morning based on the study. Like the next 3 opportunities that would have popped up. Here's a 664 on October the 9th, 705 on October 10th, and a 625 on October 11th. Each one would have automatically closed out before the next day. The reason you can take advantage of this market force in a way we never could before is because they have that new type of option created by the CBOE. In fact, up until this announcement, Moonlight Opportunity was available for folks like you or me. That's why the CBOE was launched as daily options on a few tickers that we can use to target extra income. I'm talking about 0 days to expiration. I go for about 1 day out, 24 hours of expiration. And don't worry, you already have access to these inside your regular brokerage account. Now, these daily options allow us to specifically target extra cash each day the markets are open, and before the close, and automatically exiting the next day at the desired parameters. And when everything works out, we know we're going to average about $700 by doing this trade over and over and over. For example, take a look at what happened back on June 11th. Back in June, things wasn't looking so good for the economy, were they? Inflation was still running higher than expected. Still doing that today. The message from the Fed, interest rate cuts would start. That left the stock market stalled out for 3 months as they made up their mind. The strategy doesn't care what's going on in economy, policy, so far it plays the market up, down, or sideways. So on June 11th, anyone following along could have placed a quick trade, picked up 746 overnight. And rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Next day, June 12th, not much going on during the day. It's like watching paint dry. $625 on that one. But we're not done just yet. Stock market was pretty weak from the market open until the close, and overnight it wasn't much different. Most people would have walked away with $0 from the move, especially if you went to the bank, right? 0% return. But anyone using the moonlight trading method could have seen a much different result. And then again the following day, 625. Very consistent how this works. And don't worry, place you traded with the moonlight trading project is no different than trading an Apple or Amazon or a Tesla. Now, I want to remind you, no strategy wins all the time. That's why we should never invest more than you can afford to lose. My goal is to do everything in my power to help limit those losses. They will occur. And no one likes to place losing trades. That's why my team and I worked tirelessly over the last few months trying to get it right, using you, and let you take the trades, give us feedback. And this method is both for the good and the bad markets. Now, of course, I just showed you a week where folks could have banked an extra 2661 during one of the worst times in the market. So it's definitely designed to work in all market conditions. Just like the strategies I've been using with top students for years. Look what Robert said, over $2,000. Everyone should be part of it. Or Hugh, my good buddy Hugh loves it. Look at that, 3656, playing a little bit more than 2,500 on that one. And Ken, it's simple, it's easy to put on, picked up an extra 3,200. In fact, this is a strategy I go to if I have other losses because it is a slow mover to restore my account. There's something really special about how we're trading these moonlight opportunities and how we're selecting the options. You need to understand when most people think of the word options, they think about buying options. That's the way they were designed to get you hooked in. They tell you, hey, you only got to lose what you pay for it. Anybody ever heard that? You're only going to lose what you pay for it? And you do. Every time, mostly. They expire. 85% expire worthless. But instead of just buying options like most people do, we're going to do it a different way. We're going to use a special type trade on these daily options to collect premiums on other people's risky bets. But instead of just buying options outright like most people do, we use that special type of trade on these daily options to collect premiums on other people's risky bets. And no, it has nothing to do with naked options. Here's how I like to explain it. Think about all those massive insurance companies out there. I'm paying my insurance company. I'm sure you're doing that. Companies like Geico, State Farm, they collect the grind every month, don't they? And you hope they'll pay off if you ever hit. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They just sit back, collect insurance premiums on folks month after month. We're doing the same exact thing in the stock market, taking overnight payment by collecting premiums on other folks' option bets time and time again. But the way I collect these premiums in the stock market is very unique. You see, when the CBOE listed these 0-day options with around 24 hours expiration on any given day, I don't do the same day, I do the next day. That's the secret. They calculated a standard amount of premium for each hour of the day, premium for holding at 10, 11, 12, and so forth. But most people assume that means from 9:30 opening bell all the way to 4, the normal trading hours. But here's what most people don't realize. When these options are priced out, they also include that premium for holding it overnight, meaning we don't only get paid the premiums during the day, normal day, we also collect those bonus premiums on the overnight hours. We're collecting right now. And get this, since most of the premium decays while the markets are closed overnight, the odds shift to your favor. We're able to sidestep a lot of the market volatility. And when things work out, guess what? We can still get paid for all 24 hours. It's the ultimate moonlighting opportunity. Just what would have happened back on November 18th. Beat your head against the wall, hoping to find that edge, or they could have taken about 30 seconds to place a special type of trade to collect the bonus premiums overnight. Clocked out the next day, and sure enough, the Moonlight Trading Project could have paid again $883. This is not going to get you in day trade trouble. You can build your account where you are and can day trade as your balance grows. That's our goal. And the best part is, with this method I'm using, we have a shot to collect even if the stock market goes slightly against us. For example, like the very next day on November 19th, S&P actually fell overnight. And while most folks invest in S&P were licking their wounds, without my way of doing this, you could have cashed out with a 625 overnight when it sets up that way. Of course, you just can't go out and blindly pick any option to make it happen. If that were the case, everyone would be doing it. You just have to know which trades to place, when to place the trades, how to place those. And I'm going to show you everything you need to know to start your very own Moonlight Trading Project right away. That way, anyone will start out using that $2,500 stake, or if you do less, you got to take a lesser percentage, but it averages $700 with the $2,500. All by moonlighting the stock market from the comfort of your sofa. Watching your movie, eating your food, just doing the trade. As you'll see, placing these trades no harder than shooting a layup. Doesn't matter where you live or who you have a brokerage account with, or if you've been trading for 35 years, like myself, and longer, or just getting started. I'm holding a live step-by-step workshop to show you exactly how you can start targeting these payouts with the Moonlight Trading Project. It includes the full details from how you place your first trade, how you upgrade your account for options, manage your risks, so you can start using this technique in your account today. I'd like to invite folks out there to join me so that you can start taking advantage of the Moonlight Trading Project. And once you get your hands on the step-by-step video course we put together, you'll be amazed how clear-cut it really is. You'll immediately be able to start using it very quick, just like anyone could have back on August 15th. Just hitting a few buttons, you could have locked and loaded. Love it, the trade tonight. Select the trade, send it off, go back to your normal day. And sure enough, by the time the next day rolled around, another great win, $705 overnight. Then the next day, August 16th, 746 overnight. The percentages hold up regardless of how much you start with. That's the beauty of it. Any amount of money that you start with this program, as small as $100, as much as you want, the percentage will hold. If you want in on the next one, I have a special surprise for you. In the class, we'll do it live together, target an extra $700 the next day. That way you can follow along if you like to, watch over my shoulder, see me do it, copy and paste, trade in a matter of minutes. And remember, once the trade is set, I'm done. As long as you have it set before the markets close. Now, if folks out there can claim access to this live workshop, they can start implementing this unique strategy in their own accounts. Subscribe to it, be part of it as I build my club just by subscribing to it now. Moonlight Trading Club. This service is solely dedicated to target extra income overnight thanks to the bonus premiums on the 0-day options. $700 on average versus a $2,500 starting stake each time we have a winner. And today I want to invite you to join me in the club. This is a lot of income. I want you to do the math. If you got 5 alerts each week, what's 5 times 7? Somebody type that in there. 5 times 7. That'll draw the picture out. Okay, I'll be on the lookout for the next club opportunity. Once we get an entry, I personally recommend this to anybody that will listen and take it with my own money. I'll let you know right away. But that's up, folks, that's up to 200 midnight opportunities in a year. You can do the math, pre-plan it. You're now in control of your own income trading business, which you asked me to develop for you. I got it. Here it is. Take it up. And I'll be holding nothing back. Each Midweek Trading Club alert, I'll break it all down for you step by step. It's all in there. The ticker, when to place to trade, the options criteria, entries and exits, all in there. Pretty cool stuff. Each income alert will have clear instructions on how to place it. We do all the hard work to find each income opportunity. You just read each alert and follow along if you choose. Hey, like last November 7th, you've got an alert right there in the inbox. Trade alert right there, details right there, everything you need to go. Based on the same approach, $700 overnight. Very consistent by following what I'm going to teach you. And had you taken the trade, then turned it out the rest of the day. Hey, went out and played some golf, right? Hey, I threw a little football with my granddaughter there. $664 overnight. You don't have to be in front of that computer. In fact, if you're not going to sit in front of the computer, this is the program for you. I'll post a trade. It's actually 3:30 you'll get it. I might be early some days. I was a little bit early today, but you have plenty of time to get it before the markets close for the day. Now, let's get to the details. That's why alongside the email alerts, I also include a cell phone and telegram alert. So while you're out and about, you always take advantage. Like the opportunity that happened last November the 8th, you would got an email, taking trade you chose, and sure enough, there it is, $625 overnight, even while the S&P fell. Between these two trades alone, that could have been 1,200 and something bucks in your pocket in 48 hours, 2 days in a row. It's not like folks would have been chained to the desk either. You're out dancing and running, moonlighting in the late hours of the night. Actually, folks could have been out to lunch with some friends. There they are. And of course, hanging out with the grandkids or doing anything you want to do away from the computer. That's what I love about it. Or one of my world-class trading experts this year's to be at June 2nd, right here in Ponte Vedra. You got to come. Simply caught the alert before the close. Take about 30 seconds to set the trade. Walked away with $1,289 richer. In fact, this trade is so simple to follow along, it should be no harder than going riding a bike. And not only did I want it to be as simple as possible, simple, straightforward, I wanted alerts in the Moonlight Trading Club be as accurate as possible. That's why I worked it up to get to this 81% accuracy. There's no different in winning 4 out of every 5 trades. That's why I got it set up this way. Wait till you see. But not just that. 0-dated options. Look at that. They're so powerful, turning Wall Street's favorite trade. Look at that grow. There's secret sauce behind what makes these moonlight trading opportunities hum. The game plan in our second class, I'll walk you through everything I believe you know about these powerful options, how to use them for income, for outsized gains. I got a way to do that once we get rolling and find even more trades. It's important you pay attention to hear what the students have been saying. Like Kenneth P. Thinks I'm an excellent coach, trainer, and trader. Easy to follow. 100%. He's a 110% member for life. Now, of course, regardless of how good the back-tested approach results show, not every trade's going to work out. We have to put that caution out there. So you should never risk more than you can afford to lose. You got to make level bets, folks. That's the important thing to remember. Level bets. And luckily, you don't have to. You take these moonlight trades as little as $80 on average. And if you're starting small, that's okay. Whether you start with 1,000 or 1,000,000, I want you to focus on the trainings and understandings of the process. That's the important part. Get it down, learn it, the moonlight income opportunities. You can always start small and scale over time. That's the way I would prefer you do it as you see this develop out. And that's why it doesn't matter who you are out there, young or old. If you've been trading for 10 years or just a few months, you could take this and learn how to do it. Today, you're invited, wherever you are, to be one of the first to jump in as the Moonlight Trading Club kicks off. Look at those gains. You put up 2,500, that's what you're going to expect to make. And based on recent winning streak, just showed you, happened over a 1-month span. I say the membership's worth at least $39.97. But for new members, because I'm live, that's why I'm doing it live tonight, it's not going to run you anything close to that. Listen up. We were bringing in at 250. We introduced it today. I don't know how many's left in that 250, but it was a big hit this afternoon. So take one of these spots as the general rule. With new opportunity coming in inbox up to 5 times per week, each one designed to target. Now, you probably wonder what it will cost. 4, 5? No. How about the $29.97? No. In fact, members who joined through the main website have paid $19.97. Here's where the deal really gets good. Listen up. I'm live. Don't exit. You get even a better deal by watching this. New members today, 2 special bonuses come off that price. You see, over a year and a half of data, have to admit I'm blown away by the results of Moonlight Trading Club. In fact, look at this. Winners and losers. There it is. Run out all those trades, consistently doing those trades. Think about that. Being consistent and having something you can know how it works, and when to book it. Look at what would have been a net profit of $24,000 using this simple approach. Now, if you compare it to S&P 500 during that same time frame, it's not even close. $1,125 versus $24,461. The banker lives on the left side, you're living on the right side. Profit today. If you're able to keep that pace for a full year, you're looking at what would be an estimated $50,000 in extra income. So think about this. At tonight's low price, you're signing up for that goal by following along and being consistent. It's a no-brainer. You asked me to develop it. I did it. I got it. Be part of it. Now, of course, I can never promise any future results nor protect against losses. I'm not a genie. However, I do want to make this subscription feel like it's a complete no-brainer for you. That's why, over the next 100 days, without worrying about that membership fee, if it doesn't work for you, get your money back. We'll give you a full satisfaction guarantee. Can't beat that. Who wouldn't want that? In 3 months from now, you're not thrilled with what you're trying to do. You got all the training, all the learning. You don't like the idea anymore? Guess what? Full satisfaction guarantee. Call our team 100 within those days, and we'll give you your money back happily. Not just that, my goal is to have these trades cover the membership fee as fast as possible. Like Bob from Cutler Bay. Thanks. Best service already made back a subscription. Or Whitney, $500 in her first week. Everybody gets a head start tonight. Listen up. Here it comes. Moonlight Trading Club. Showing you countless times. $700 overnight. It gets old showing it, but there it is. First win on me. Whack that off the price. If you take $19.97, you take it off. It's not like on our website, $19.97. Buy it here live. It's $12.97 for a founding member of this club. Limited time. Once these 250 gone, price will go back up. Let's moonlight together. If you're ready to take action, put the Moonlight Club ready. We'll sign up, strap in. We'll get ready to go tomorrow. If you want to be one of the first, click the link about to post in the chat. It's on a first come, first serve. Let's do our first trade. For those that didn't join today, you'll get one tomorrow. Then click the link in the chat. Go to dtitrader.com/MTC or call 904-416-1776 and press 1. Up to 5 trades each week on average. Each one targeting around $700 overnight. dtitrader.com/MTC. Call 904-416-1776. Now, for a limited time, got a sweeter deal. If you take 3 years, you can access those for an extra $700. And once you take one of the founding memberships, don't close the page. On the next page, you have a chance to upgrade your membership to lifetime. That's right, VIP. There it is. That's the way to go. Ask Glenn. I highly recommend doing that. Lifetime members will grant free access to the double tip upgrade. Exclusive training. I'm going to teach you how to double the profit opportunity each and every Moonlight trade. And you're just not limited to tickers I'm using. You can even use it more epic setups on certain days, all on your own time, giving you more opportunities. There's the average. 904-416-1776. Press that 1. Now, that special offer is only available for folks who claim their membership tonight. Upgrade to lifetime on the next page. Remember that. Up to 5 trades each week is on average, each one targeting around $700. Go to dtitrader.com/MTC. Or again, you can call. And for gold members, we have a special offer for you. You know who you are. If you want to take part in one of the founding memberships, our team will do something very special for you called 904-416-1776. You get lifetime access, granted, just the cost of a 1-year subscription. Now remember, we're going to average about 5 trades a week with this income approach, each one targeting around $700. Do the math on that one. Go to DTI Trader, let the clock start ticking, collect that bonus premium from the overnight trade, and since the premium decays while the markets are closed overnight, we're able to sidestep a lot of the volatility. And when things work out, we can still get paid for the 24 hours. It's the ultimate moonlighting opportunity. Just like what you asked for, it's designed that way where you can roam around, do what you want during the day, but be there, put the trade on before the time, like what happened back on November the 18th. You know, you're staring at charts, you're trying to find that edge. I've got the edge. Take it with me. Already could have taken about 30 seconds, place this trade, and move on, and clocked out for the day. Gone to that movie, gone to play golf. Sure enough, the very next day, there's your $800. And the best part is, like on the very next day, November 19th, the S&P fell overnight. If you signed up, you would have made $625. 5 trades. That's the average each week. One target around $700 overnight. Go to dtitrader.com. Here's a few questions. How much money do you need? Remember, you can do this as small as $100. $80 is the average. Some of you even less than 50. Question number 2, will every trade be a winner? Of course not. You know every trade's not a winner. No strategy wins 100% of the time. But if you take it and follow the course, the discipline, and the time, put this trade on, you got a long enough period here to try it out and make it work for you. Should have been worried about downside? No, it doesn't matter what the market does. We're using time premium to account for that with the signal. That's the beauty of it. We're not holding these positions for weeks. You don't have to wait for long expiration dates. You're covered. That's the beauty. And can it trade the IRA 4K? Of course you can. It's a retirement account friendly, and if you just use a normal account, any regular brokerage does the trick. What's the next Moonlight Income trade? We put one out today. We'll put one out tomorrow. I'm only sharing that information with today's founding members. How do you start your own Moonlight trading project in the stock market? Get joined now. Once those slots going, this price is going back up. In fact, it's going way up because I believe they've got it discounted too low for this kind of work, this kind of background, this kind of success. Be part of it. Click the link in the chat and I'll show you. Up to 5 trades each week on average. Let's get it. Let's do it. There it is, folks. I laid it out for them. You asked for this. I remember looking at you in the eye and saying, what would you want me to develop for you? I developed for it. I ran it through the system. I've got the edge, and all you have to do is be part of it. You got 100 days to make sure it works for you. You can't beat that. That's a pretty solid satisfaction guarantee, I would think, right? Yes, it's a credit spread, Dale. It's a credit spread. Oh, the alert will come out the next day. We'll always take 5. If we sell something for a certain price, we'll always buy it back at 5 cents, but sometimes the next day we'll send out and modify that. Okay? So the trade will come out, say sell this vertical spread on this 0 dated option at this price, and then we'll say we're going to buy it back at this price. That's the way we do it. Wayne, don't worry. Thank you for joining. You got another shot tomorrow. It's pretty simple, but it works by following the discipline. And I love the fact you got 100 days here to try this out. 100 days. Bang, bang, bang. You'll be saying, Tom, can you do it any other time than that? I try to do the trade in the last hour of the day. The closer I can do it to 4, I do it. The market doesn't close on these options till 4:15 Eastern time. So you got plenty of time to get the trade on. So step 1, trade comes out. By the way, you'll be in a Telegram, be posted in a Telegram channel. Plus, you get an email. Plus, you get a text to yourself, and you got a whole bunch of backups. Steve, you'll get the alert to exit in the morning if it's modified from the nickel. We buy it all back at a nickel. The times of the day stand is the last hour of the day, not just any day, but every day. We're looking for it. Pretty simple. So here's how it goes. You're out there, maybe you're playing golf during the day. You get home in time for the last 30 minutes of the market. You look, you got this alert, you put it on, you know where to get out at, and good. If you don't want to do 2,500 on your bet, you do 1,000. It's about a $300 win, Israel. Yeah, sure. Be glad to help you, Michael. Be glad to help you. Set up a call. Be glad to walk you through that. They all work, don't they? And we've been doing a lot of these trades. You've done these trades. If you've been in any of my programs and you know the success of what I'm talking about, I've got it defined now to help you know consistently every time I'm putting one of these things out when it comes. Yes, they're all credit spreads, Tom. They're all credit spreads. Either bullish or bearish, or bullish and bearish together. It can be, a couple of them. Or it could be bullish on one market and bearish on another market. I started to put a bearish trade out today on IWM, but I decided against it since I'm just starting the program. As people we get into this 100 days we're working together, I'll probably do that, especially if the numbers justify it. I like doing a couple of them. Everybody understand what I'm talking about? Where you get paid on one, if one ticker goes up, you get paid on another if it goes down. You like that idea? Sort of double your, what was that? What was that gum? Double mint or something? Was that the one that had double your pleasure? Folks, you asked me to develop it. Here it is. Every time I mention this, people join. So that 200 or ever how many's left, once that goes off, you won't get this price. Uh, Stan, there's no adjustments made on this one. This is straightforward. Put the trade on, take the trade off. Win, lose, or draw. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. Now, once we get past 100 days, we might run for, do a little sprint for fun. Yeah, Michael had never traded options before. He said my option course was second to none. You get that as a free part of this. I've got 10 lessons on how to trade options. It's called Options Made Simple. You get that at no extra charge. Also, something else that I've started, my bonus trades. Anybody here ever taken one of my bonus trades? That's where I take a strategy it sets up particularly, and I'll put it into every program that qualifies. Pretty cool. So you got a double bang to build your numbers. You like that? Let me give you an example of a bonus trade. Let's say that I'm in this window of trading. Let's say Tesla, for example, breaks out of a certain number I gave you on Sunday night. Well, I'm going to give you a bonus trade in here. You like that? Pretty good stuff, huh? A little bonus money. Yeah, you have to close it out, Wayne. You have to close it out. You buy it and sell it. Yep. You're getting the magic of what I call being a collector of premium. This is the best strategy in the market. I'll tell you, you can learn this strategy, and I say that there's a reason for that. The odds. Think about this. Think about this. Let me just lay it out for you. Let's say that you put on a option, right? You can make money on that option if the market stays even. If you sell it and make money, everybody understand you make money that way. If you get the direction right, if a directional vertical, you get that right, you make money. So 2 out of 3 times, that's 66%, right? That's where we start out by setting this up. Think about it mathematically. I mean, there's nothing close to that. It's pretty cool. Especially if you've had a lot of options where you bought Wall Street's jumble mungo, buy this call option, make money, huh? All right. Tell me if you get it, how valuable it is, and if you're going to be there tomorrow when I set up trade number 2. Yeah, we'll put that out in the morning, Dennis. Sometime hopefully after the first hour. Oh, Scott says I'm in and ready. Locked and loaded, right, Scott? I like it. Any other questions? Any other questions? Tomorrow is Thursday. Would y'all like to do a special bonus tomorrow at 3:30 to set it up for all the people new tonight and join today? Give me a yes if you sign up and would like me to walk you through it tomorrow as a special session. There's a yes by Carol, yes by Steve, yes by Jim. William's joining Lifetime. Way to go, William. Let's do it tomorrow together. That fair enough? We'll start off the first day of your next 100 live. 3:30. Might be a good time to be live. Might be a bonus trade that quick creeps in too. I like bonuses, especially when I can find something that happens that's outside of a normal strategy we're doing to add to the margin of victory. A lot of fun. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. I've answered everybody's question. Get involved. Get on this program. Do what you need to do. I appreciate everybody coming tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you.